what's amazing is you must have just switched in your mind. You've switched a key. Like, I don't care
Yeah,
about food, and
exactly.
those 30 days, that key was switched on off, and then when you started eating again, it's switched on now, and now it's
Exactly.
like, oh no, what kind of food do I want? So it shows you
Yeah,
how powerful the mind is, and that is something that you must have experienced throughout this 30 days. The
I
power of the mind.
100%. Again, so like my weak moments where I went into chanting, I was basically conditioning my mind into thinking I
Mm,
have this energy, uh, which hasn't come from food because I have this, obviously
of
haven't eaten it,
course.
but I still have this energy. And
So where's
people
it
might
come
be
from?
asking, well, so where does it come from? And for me, it was conditioning my mind into thinking that, look, I have this energy. Now, if you believe in the soul, you can say you were taking energy from the soul because it's
Yep.
infinite energy. But if you don't, then you can also look at it from a perspective where you've just conditioned your mind into believing you have energy, and so
There you
you
go.
have energy.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. So
There's
either way, you've got
you
the
can
energy. So
yeah,
the belief is either the belief or it's either the source. But
yeah,
essentially, if you think about it long enough, it's kind of the same thing. And
exactly.
but what was I think I want to go back to what you said about earlier because you spoke so much and so eloquently. There's a few things that I really enjoyed. What you said was you didn't do it for yourself. Like you were doing it for trying to push yourself, and then because it was your guru's 50th birthday, the idea of doing it for something higher than yourself, like that must have really
Yeah.
helped because if you were doing it just for Varun, I'm sure you probably wouldn't have lasted as long as you did.
Definitely not. Just having that like goal in my head that
Yeah,
actually it'd be really nice for me to be able to do something for him. Yes, I obviously did think about sometimes that, oh, it'll be really nice because I'll get to spend time with him and
of
he'll do
course.
my partner. But again, at that point in time, I didn't actually know if he was going to do my partner or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had no idea. It was just that there was a chance that he might do it. And I guess that you can look at it in a selfish perspective because I was just like, oh, I might be able to get to spend time with him, which isn't the right way of going about things. But it was a little bit of a like a boost if you want to think about it that way. But
Yeah,
maybe
I think it's tricky, right? Because but that's it depends on whether it's just your love for him. Like you just want to be around him. Like I get it. Someone who
yeah,
has the same guru as you. Like I understand that, and I think people can get caught up in, oh, are you being desireful? Are you being devotional? But I
yeah,
think the way you were going about it was pure devotion because it's you were doing it not out of, oh, he's gonna spend so much time with me and I'm gonna be known for this. And it wasn't like an
yeah,
inflation of your position. It was more like it's your 50th birthday. I'm I feel fine. Let me just push myself to see how much can I
yeah.
do. Is that's what
Exactly.
I got from your story anyway.
That's pretty much correct. And in actual fact, I didn't even know the importance of doing the 30-day fast while I was
Mm,
actually doing it. It's only after I did it that I realized how much importance it had. Because my parents, who had obviously come to London, had then gone on to Germany for work,
yeah.
and I flew back to India for my guru's celebrations, and they were planning to be in Germany. But then they called me and said, you know what, we're going to come home to do your partner because you've done 30 days. And I was like, it's no big deal. I've only done 30 days. Like, you carry on. You have work to
Yeah.
finish off in Germany. And then they were planning to go on a holiday. But then they cut it short and came back. And in my head, even at that point, I was like, well, why do you need to come back? Like, it's no big deal. It's only a 30-day fast. Like, what's the big deal? Because I've heard about other people doing 30-day fasts as well. Yes,
Yeah.
granted, not that many, but I didn't understand the importance of it. And so for me, it was just like, that's fine. It's no big deal. Like, even if you're there or not there, it doesn't make a difference to me. Like,
Yeah.
I've done it and that's the end of that. But then when I look back at it now and like the amount of things that happened after and what people told me it meant, in terms of like, not everyone would be able to do a 30-day fast, one, which I didn't think was a big deal because I kind of flowed through it.
Mm,
Uh, Thanks to his blessings, but I flowed through it. I didn't really feel like, oh, I'm struggling or anything like that. Whereas many people do feel that way or they struggle to do it. And for me, it just felt like a natural thing. But for others, it was like, no, it's a really big thing. And then when I was explained the importance, like, you know,
Can you
this
explain it?
Bhagwan or this Tirthankar has done it.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay, so it's a big thing. If you ask me for an actual explanation of Mas Kaman, I don't still quite understand it. I still haven't reached that level. People still tell me different stories about it.
Yeah.
But I personally don't know the full meaning or the depth of why people go on to do it. For me, my reason and my purpose of doing it was, one, to offer it, two, to test my willpower. Like, if I can do something good, why not do it? Why just leave it and not bother with it? Because if you can do something good, you should do it. I don't think you should just sit there with your hands folded and not offer something if you can offer it something. If you have the ability, you should do it. If you don't have the ability, understand. So you do whatever you can in your capacity. No one's telling you to go outside of your comfort. But growth is outside of your comfort zone. And if you want to take that leap, feel free to. But no one pushed me into it, and I'm not pushing anyone into it.
No, 100%.